When Sarah moved into apartment 406, the only thing she cared about was the peace and quiet. After the chaos of the city and a bitter breakup, she just wanted space and silence. The building was old but well kept, a relic of the 70s. Green carpeting, musty smell, a mirror at the end of the hallway that always seemed just a little too clean. It took only a few hours to unpack, but the first oddity came quickly.
Weird. Why would they cover the mirror?
That night, as the city outside whispered and the apartment was wrapped in silence, she drifted into a deep, uneasy sleep. In her dream, the air felt thick and heavy, pressing down on her chest. She became aware of a presence, a figure standing at the foot of her bed, motionless, watching. It was a woman, but not just any woman. She looked exactly like her, as if she were staring into a living mirror. But there was something off. The woman's smile was just a little too wide, stretching her lips in a way that felt unnatural, almost predatory. The room seemed to grow colder, shadows lengthening and creeping along the walls. She tried to move, but her body felt paralyzed, as if the dream itself was holding her captive. Heart pounding, she forced herself to look closer. At first, when she pulled back the sheet, there was nothing unusual, just the familiar comfort of her own bed. But the sense of dread lingered, and she couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly, terribly wrong. The next morning, the mirror felt wrong. Not cracked, not dusty, just wrong. She didn't notice at first, but the reflection was off. A half second too slow, then a full second, then, two. After another restless night, Sarah decided she needed answers. She gathered her courage and knocked on the door across the hall, the one belonging to her neighbor, a woman rumored to have lived in the building for over 30 years. The hallway was silent except for the faint hum of the old lights, and Sarah could feel her heart pounding as she waited. The door creaked open, revealing the old woman, her eyes sharp and knowing, as if she had seen everything these walls had to offer.
406? That apartment's been empty for 10 years, dear. No one stays there for long. They always leave in the middle of the night, bags in hand, faces pale. They always complain about the mirrors. Some say the reflections move on their own, or that you can hear whispers if you stand too close. I've seen people come and go, but no one ever lasts. The mirrors, they unsettle everyone.
What do you mean? What's wrong with the mirrors? I thought they were just old, maybe a little warped from age.
Oh no, dear. Mirrors aren't for looking at yourself. Not in this building. They're for looking through. Sometimes, late at night, if you catch the right angle, you'll see things that aren't supposed to be there. Shadows that don't belong to you. Faces you don't recognize. The mirrors here are like windows, but not to anywhere you'd want to go. That's why people leave. That's why I never look too long.
By the third night, Sarah noticed scratches on her arms when she woke up. She hadn't moved. She had checked her camera, nothing strange. The mirror showed her up and walking around. The reflection was living. She tried to ignore it, covered the mirror again, refused to look.
I covered you. How are you uncovered?
The reflection wasn't waiting anymore. It was watching. One night, she had enough. She shattered the bathroom mirror. But it was too late. In the hallway mirror, she saw her reflection, but, it wasn't mimicking her, it was smiling, slowly lifting its hand as if waving goodbye. And then, in one fluid motion, the reflection grabbed her arm and pulled her in. So about a week after everything happened, the building felt different, quieter somehow, as if it was holding its breath. That's when a new tenant arrived. She was young, maybe in her early 20s, with a hopeful smile and a stack of moving boxes. She never met Sarah. In fact, no one had seen Sarah since that night. The neighbors avoided talking about it, and the landlord just shrugged when asked. There was just silence. The kind that settles in the corners of empty rooms and lingers in the air. The new girl didn't seem to notice, or maybe she just didn't care. She was excited, eager to start fresh in apartment 406, unaware of the stories whispered behind closed doors. As she walked down the dimly lit hallway, her footsteps echoed, the only sound breaking the stillness. She paused at her new door, took a deep breath, and knocked, almost as if she was asking permission to enter. The door creaked open, and she stepped inside, her laughter briefly filling the space before fading into the hush that seemed to swallow every sound. And just like that, apartment 406 had a new occupant, and the building waited, silent as ever. The bathroom mirror is back, perfectly clean. A new girl brushes her teeth, and, after she leaves, the mirror lingers just a beat longer. But the reflection remembers.
Your turn.